this barn was is probably over 150 to 200 years old. It's a very old style of a building. It's two buildings. This is an addition that we're in right now. These two bays. This is a bent in timber framing. So it's 1, 2, 3 bents, and this is like a 20 by 32 addition that someone built a long time ago. And then that is the really historic 32 by 40 English style barn is what it's called. And they just started building those kind of right when they sort of came across. This is a barn that they used to build in England, and it basically had a center bay that was called the threshing bay, and so the grain would be brought in, and then it would be stacked on the sides to dry, and then it would be pulled down and threshed to separate the grain from the straw. And you would have those middle ties right there. There were 2 more of them at one point that we didn't remove them, someone else did, and it was boarded to the floor, and they were polished boards because people had been, just beating the grain against them for hundreds of, years, and so that's kind of the point. It's a small, it's not built to grow, to house a lot of cows or to house sheep. It's built as a small scale sort of diversified farm barn, and that's why it actually ends up working really well for us. So we bought the barn probably 5-6 years ago now. We bought the house first 7 years ago, and then the barn came up for sale, which was fortunate. 2 different members of the family had the house and the barn. It's like the son got the barn, and is the Hoyts,
I know the name.
Stuart Hoyt, and then anyway, so it all was put back together, and the barn was so full of stuff that you couldn't even see. Or walk across it. It was a really New England style sort of pack rat situation going on. A lot of saving of stuff. So we took 2 years to clean it out.
Oh my God.
And then we started applying for grants to get it fixed up because it was about to fall over. And it quickly became apparent that the thing that we had to do was move the barn because it used to be 13 feet closer to the pavement.
Oh.
Alright? And so that's like on the pavement. And so when we didn't own the barn, people would come to us and knock on our door every winter because the barn doors would early in the season and flats to pick berries into. In this area we try and keep open to have gatherings. So this is where the CSA picks up. We have a 48-member CSA right now, and probably 35 to 40 of them pick up here at the barn. So we set up a market style sort of display. Instead of just getting a basket of stuff, they come and they say there's 15 things in the CSA that day. We'll have 20 things here, and so they get to pick more like what they want to put in their CSA baskets. So that's how our CSA works. And we store straw here for the berries and also for our tomato houses and other, because you put it in early in the season, it helps bounce the light around a little bit more, keeps the weeds down, because light's a problem when you plant a tomato house in March. There's not as much daylight as you need. And then we also are just starting, we sampled, the garlic's just about ready.